evening, everyone. I hope you all are having a good night or day wherever you are from. By the way, I would love to hear where in the world you are watching from. The statistics say that most of you are from the US, but I would love to hear if you would share with me in the comment section below. So a lot of things has happened here since the last time, and I don't know how many times I started editing this last vlog, but that is a lot of times, and I just had to give up because too much stuff was happening and I lost my concentration, I lost my inspiration, everything, and I just had to wait until everything settled down again. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna share any of this material that I have filmed with you because it was supposed to be an autumn video, but now we are already in December, so that didn't work out. But I decided to share it with you anyway because a lot of you have been sending me messages asking when the next video will be up, and you have been waiting so patiently, so I decided to share some of it. And at the end of this vlog you will see partially the reason why I lost my focus. So without any more delays, let's just jump into it. So, when you're living in a cabin like this one without running water, it means that we don't have all the normal facilities like a regular toilet. We have one that needs to be emptied ever so often. The toilet has heat and an exhaust fan, so that it dries out, and when it's full, we bring it outside to bury it, and then we let the earth deal with the composting. The toilet paper we throw in a separate bucket so that the container doesn't fill up as quickly. And also the composting goes a lot quicker. Me and my son have an ongoing discussion about what we would improve firstly around the cabin if we get an opportunity. For him, the first priority is to change the toilet. But for me, I would build a terrace and have a jacuzzi long before changing the toilet. So we'll see in the future who wins on that one. We are in the car right now. We are driving down our little road here because lately it has been a lot of rain and the water has washed away a lot of the road and made these long, deep tracks. So now we're gonna go out and fix that. That was heavy. I'm completely sweat now. But I got a fair bit done. The rest, I guess we need a tractor or something to do, but I got to smooth out the worst parts at least. So now I'm gonna go and have a cool down in the lake. That's gonna be amazing. So I have changed and we are almost by the lake now. Gonna have my swim. Oh, that's gonna be really refreshing. And it is getting a bit dark, but that is actually really cool because the last weeks I have been coming up quite late in the night, And on the days when there are no clouds, the stars are just so beautiful. So when I'm lying there in the lake floating and just looking at the stars, that is just so beautiful. Oh, but today is a little cloudy, so it won't be any stars, but it will be really amazing anyway. That was amazing. Oops, toilet break. Yeah, we are walking home. It's gonna be so nice to sit in front of the fireplace with a cup of tea and just relax for the rest of the night. Whew. Okay, good night. With autumn comes the mystical foggy weather, which I absolutely love, but also a lot of rain. So the last preparations with the firewood had to be done. Hold upp lite för So the end of the season for the cucumbers are here. I've been cleaning them up today, taking off all the orange leaves, and hopefully these guys will have a chance to grow up before autumn completely takes over. With the end of summer, berry season came, and we are so fortunate to have all our driveway filled with the most delicious raspberries. As the colors of fall slowly appears and the leaves transforms into their beautiful warm state of orange and red, the blueberries starts to ripen. Strolling around in the golden light, hunting for blueberries is one of the best things about autumn. These vitamin bombs are so delicious, and I just can't get enough of them. And the colors of the blueberry plants itself is a sight for sore eyes. This time of year, I always get these mixed feelings. Sad, because I know summer has come to an end, and I always have a hard time letting go of this beautiful time with so much light and energy flowing through nature. But at the same time, it is so beautiful to witness all the changing of the seasons. Every day I notice all the little details shifting, and I get reminded that for a new door to open, another one has to close. And slowly my being gets used to the idea of a new beginning. Winter is near. And just after the blueberries are harvested, the rose hips are ripe. These delightful berries are my energy boosters right before winter sets in. It is so amazing how our Mother Nature provides us with all this good stuff if we just remember to look for it.
Hej gumma, hej! Oj, vad är jag med dig? Hej! Vad fin! Hej! Ja! Vad fint! Ja, oj, vilket liv!
Did you know that the rose hips are a great natural source to vitamin C? It is packed with antioxidants, which can help protect our cells from damage. And it has anti-inflammatory properties. So if you haven't foraged these already, you know what to do the next season. Mid-September, the grass needed one last cutting, and the garden had to be prepared for all the snow to come. Rinsing the seeds from the rose hips is also a time-consuming task, but the reward is absolutely worth the work. The fruit I let dry and make tea for the winter, but I also take advantage of the seeds and heat them up with water to make fresh tea that I can enjoy when I'm taking a break from gardening. There is little that can compare with the smell and taste of your very own homemade rosehip tea. We also had another job to get done before the winter, and that was fixing a new floor in Ruben's room. But when we removed the furniture, we discovered that there was a water damage underneath where the bed had been. Water had come through the wall from the water tank, and we had to remove part of the floor and insulation and leave it open to dry for weeks before we could fix it up, and then lay a new floor on top. With a limited amount of tools and some unspeakable language, I finally managed to remove all the damaged floor. I also fixed up the floor under the water tank and made it waterproof, so no chance of getting any water damage there again. I didn't film anything during this, because to be honest, I was sick and tired of this whole floor thing. But me and Ruben laid out the new floor after the old one was fixed, and it turned out perfect.
Hi, good evening. It is Friday night and I am out on the way to the lake to have a little swim. I'm in my 4th day this week with migraines, and I'm getting so tired of the pain. So I just thought I would get myself up here and have a little dip in the cold water to see if that can relieve some of the pain. And it is really, really foggy today, so we almost got lost in the swamp area over there. I'm lucky Lobo knew the way because I only have one eye and it was completely foggy. So yeah, he pulled me in the right direction. I wanted to go one way, but he was like, no, it's this way, and he was right. So we are almost there now. I hope this cold water dip will help. So I just came into the water here. It is completely pitch black. I don't see anything, so I need the headlight to go in. I also brought this lantern so I can see when I get dressed and have a little light up there. Oh, this is so nice. It's so cozy. Oh my god. And look at the lantern over there showing me where I have to come back. Look at the mini fishes. They are out swimming in the dark. There's a whole bunch of them. So cute. Hello, little fishy. Hey, Lobo. Hey. Say hi. Yeah. Hej lilla vän! Hej du! Sitter här och väntar så flink! Hej!
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
Between all the tasks we have, we always make sure to have some fun. Because of my illnesses, I never know how my day is going to be. But when I do have some good days, we sure know how to use them.
Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Playing around in the garden is one of the things we love doing. It's so important in life and for your health to smile, to laugh, and to move our bodies. I love all kinds of physical activity, but I'm not always able to move due to my condition. But I always choose moving my body over chores when I have to choose. And that is a choice I have to make quite often. I have a sign hanging in my kitchen that represents our home quite accurate. It belonged to my grandmother, and it says, "Here it is clean enough to be healthy and messy enough to be happy." Sometimes we find challenges online and we have so much fun trying to copy them. This one was quite a tough one. Doing some balancing moves to the rhythm of a specific song. Due to copyright restrictions on the song, I can't show the results here. But if you head on over to my Instagram, you can find it in the highlighted stories.
The full-on rain of September brought us another surprise. I almost choked by the sight of dripping water in the living room. Can you imagine the terrifying feelings that came to mind the moment I discovered the water dripping? If you have seen some of my previous videos, you may remember that I had a big problem with leakages right after buying the cabin, and that I had to change the entire roof. Thankfully, this had nothing to do with the roof. It was a problem around the chimney. I contacted the insurance company and they quickly sent people over to check it out. I had to measure the chimney to get a cover that would fit around it. Yeah, so I just finished measuring this pipe, and this is what needs a cover around, because now the water probably comes in through the bottom there, and it just has run down underneath the roof and down in the wall under here. So that will be very nice to get done before the winter. And then I really hope that is the last time I see water inside the cabin. Yeah, see you later. The insurance company sent over a couple of carpenters to check out the damage, and it was bad. Rain had been leaking under for a long time before it was visible inside, and they ended up having to change the entire roof inside, because all was connected and the kind of wood that was used in the room before wasn't available anymore. So to make it nice again, all had to be changed. But first they had to tear it all down and leave it to dry with a machine that sucks out all the water from the remaining construction. For about a month, our kitchen and living room was covered in plastic and had a noisy machine running. After a month of drying, Marius and Michael came back and set up camp to rebuild everything. And what an amazing job they did! I can't even begin to describe how helpful and kind these two boys were. I am forever grateful for the fantastic job they did, running into all kinds of challenges, with huge B-cubes, crooked construction, and not to mention the steep road up to the cabin. It took about 2 weeks to rebuild everything, and I have to say I was very lucky to have these two doing the job. And Lobo didn't mind the extra company either. He loved the extra cuddles and cheese during lunch break. If you are from Norway and in need of a renovation, I can highly recommend using Reko Bygg- og Skadeteknikk. You will get customer service out of the ordinary.
So, as you can see, it was quite a big job that was done here, and I am so happy with the results. And because they had to change one of the walls in the living room completely, I got to stain the wall after instead of painting it, and I just love the results. It turned out so amazing. And if you are interested in seeing a vlog with a cabin tour, let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. So to finish off this video, I wanted to share with you some clips of our friend that lives right outside the cabin. We have never actually seen her, but almost every night I am outside talking to her. And Lobo also, yeah. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you some clips of that.
Hey! So me and Lobo just came back from our hike, Every night we have this little hike up to the mountain top up there. And on the way down from our hike, this owl has been following us. And I think is living right around the cabin here, because every night I hear her singing outside. And I have been searching and searching for that specific sound, and I just discovered yesterday that is a female, what was it again in English? I'm gonna write the name after in the screen. In Norwegian it's called kattugle. Has the most cutest voice. And when she sings, I talk back to her and then she answers.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I hope you all are doing good. Mwah. Bye!
That's actually one of the best things about living up here in the forest, that you get so close to the wildlife. It's really something special about it. You feel that connection with the wild animals. Yeah, so amazing. Okay, good night.